Hello, brothers and sisters. This is definitely a very haphazard episode of Point Rock Review, but if you didn't see the last video, I moved and we just had the holidays coming up. I hope yours were good. I'm a little thirsty, so I have my Heineken bucket full of snow with this week's review in it. And why don't we just get to it? This week's beer review is coming to us from the Von Trapp Brewing Company from Stowe, Vermont. And if you're thinking of the Von Trapp family singers from Sound of Music,
the Von Trapp family singers,
you're not going to be wrong. I happened to find a 4-pack, and this week and next week we're going to be checking out some of theirs. This one first is going to be the Dunkel Dark Lager. This is a deep, rich, smooth, and crisp dark lager. Brewed on the grounds of Trapp Family Lodge in Stowe, Vermont, this lager is crafted with the finest traditional ingredients in our pure Vermont spring water by the family that inspired Sound of Music, which I didn't notice that when I bought it. I thought Von Trapp, that's kind of funny. And when I happened to see that, it's like, oh, so there was really nothing all that funny about it. But let's get into this and see what it tastes. Pop the top off there. It's definitely got like a coffee chocolate thing going for it. Now, sorry, I don't have my normal Stein. It's still packed away somewhere, and where it is, I don't freaking know. I know it's here somewhere. But these have been sitting in the garage, so they're not quite cold. That's why I got the bucket of snow. But it seems quite dark, doesn't it? Okay, so that's what we're dealing with. Yeah, definitely coffee and chocolate. Well, I think I'm getting some oats off that too. So, let's give it a shot. Wow. Okay, coffee is prevalent in that. Very, very prevalent. It's funny, it says dark lager, but it tastes more like a stout. What's the ABV? This 5.7% alcohol by volume. 22 IBUs, if that's your thing. And when in Stowe, be sure to visit our beer hall. Prost. But you can visit them at vontrappbrewing.com. It's an independent craft too. Made out of Vermont mountain spring water. Yeah, there's no hoppiness about it. You can tell you're drinking beer, that's for sure. Next beer we're going to be trying is Pilsner Bohemian style lager, a smooth, crisp Pilsner with Pearl and Saaz hops. I think I've had Pearl hops before. I don't think I've had Saaz hops. I'm willing to be proven wrong. But this one's coming at 5.4% alcohol with 42 IBUs. So got 20 more IBUs than the last one. So let's crack her open and see what we're dealing with. Well, this one's got a very, very hoppier smell to it. Pour it out and see what we got going. Oh, that's hoppy. The hoppiness is kind of there in the taste, but it's not overpowering. It isn't unpleasant. I should say. I mean, I'm not much of a hoppy a hoppy kind of guy, but it's quite pleasant, even though it's got a bit of hoppiness to it. This is actually quite good. I mean, I like certain Pilsner beers, and this is one of the better ones. Well, the first thing we drank was the Trapp Dunkel Dark Lager. And this one, if you remember, I mentioned this tasted more like a stout, and it's really quite good. I would buy this again. I'm not 100% certain if I saw like a 12-pack of these, I would go for it. But if they offered this in a bottle, or even on tap, I would jump at this again. But I'd buy this in a 6-pack. The other thing is, I'm not huge on beer that comes in a can. So, even with that going against it, this is still quite good. I think this one, I'm going to have to go 4 on this one. This one was quite good. I loved the coffee taste that was in this. Even though it said nothing on the label about it being coffee and anything. It said a deep, rich, smooth, and crisp dark lager. And, it had that. So, 4. So the second thing we tried today was the Trapp Pilsner Bohemian style lager. This is really quite good. It's not the best thing I've ever had, naturally, but it is what it says it is. I probably would get this again. I'm just not sure how much I'd spend on it. I don't see myself wanting it in a 6-pack again. I mean, it's definitely one of those where if I was at someone's house and they say, "Hey, I got Trapp Pilsner in there. Do you want some?" I would probably take it, but if I saw it on tap anywhere, I'm not 100% certain I would grab it. But it is interesting to drink. This one I'm going to go 3.5. It does meet the bar. It does pass it a little bit, but there is a lot of room for improvement on this. But it is what it says it is, and it's drinkable. 3.5. So there you have it. That's 2 beers, 2 reviews, and 2 more reasons for you to climb every mountain. Because at the top of every mountain is a like button, just waiting to be pressed. Oh. But, see you in the next one. Bye! Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow till you find your dream.